Hey everyone, happy 4th of July. I hope that you all are getting a great start to your day. I'm a little late. I'm a little late for Friday Focus. What's new, right? Eventually I'm going to get my life on track and be able to get here on time. But I didn't want today to go by without giving you a few little nuggets, and I'm going to make this really quick. So we have a holiday. We have a holiday weekend. Anytime a big holiday where we have family and fun and fireworks all on the schedule, then we know that there's going to be certain things that kind of happen that don't normally happen, and there's going to be other things that we normally do that we don't normally do. So I just wanted to hop in here and help you decide what to focus on for this holiday weekend. So the first thing is that there's going to be some things that you might think, I'm just gonna enjoy the whole entire weekend, and I'm not going to worry about it because I know that I'm going to drink more than I normally do. I'm not going to eat the same things that I normally eat. But you don't have to throw away the whole weekend. There are still things that you can preserve out of your healthy routine and healthy eating habits that are going to be valuable for you, that are going to make a difference, that are not going to be like the whole weekend is trashed. Okay. So the first one is breakfast. Okay. I'm a little late to catch you for breakfast today, but make sure that your breakfasts every day are protein forward, which means that you put protein on your plate first, at least 30 grams of protein, and that should be high quality protein. Okay. Next thing, you need to have some healthy fats. That can be egg yolks, that can be avocado, that can be butter, that can be animal protein. What makes it healthy when we're talking about animal protein is that it is an animal that was fed what an animal is supposed to be fed. So it should be, pasture-raised chickens. It should be pasture-raised eggs. It should be grass-fed beef as much as possible. I know that stuff is expensive, and, we're in inflation right now. Like, I totally get it, but where you can, buy the highest quality. Okay. So you want to have those two things. For at least 30 grams of protein. And for some of you, you're going to need more than 30 grams of protein, but protein at breakfast and a high quality fat. Don't forget that you can add things like, hey, Jennifer, happy 4th of July. Don't forget that you can add things like chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp hearts to almost anything. Chia seeds and flax seeds don't add a lot of taste. Hemp hearts taste like nuts to me. So be sure that you're starting your day with a balanced breakfast, one that's going to sustain you for a longer period of time, and one that is going to be balanced so that you don't have that big spike first thing in the morning with your blood sugar, because you might have an opportunity to be spiking it throughout the day today and over the weekend because it's a holiday weekend. So if you can start by not spiking it first thing in the morning, have those things that keep you satisfied a little bit longer, then you're going to have a better day overall. So that's one little thing that you can do in the morning. If I didn't catch you in time and you didn't do it this morning, do it tomorrow morning. Do it Sunday morning. Okay, so start your day out right. Make sure that you are hydrating yourself. I always say hydrate before caffeinate, because that's especially going to be important because your sleep might be off this week. You might be doing you might be more stressing your body a little more as far as physical activity. You might be maybe having family around is an emotional stress as well. I mean, who knows? Or if you're that perfectionist that's trying to make sure that everybody's having a really great time, you're going to have those higher stress levels. Your cortisol level is probably going to be higher anyway because it's a holiday weekend. So make sure that you're hydrating yourself. That can be, I'm going to recommend filtered water because I just did my hair tissue mineral analysis, found out that I have arsenic, which is a heavy metal. I have that in my body, and that has to be coming from my water. And I don't drink filtered water right now. I drink bottled water. So what does that tell you about your bottled water supply? Don't rely on it too heavily for being the best. Okay, so filtered water and some sea salt. Add some sea salt, just a few little sprinkles. I don't care if you have high blood pressure. Salt probably does not make a difference to your high blood pressure. So add a little bit of salt. You can add a little bit of lemon juice if you would like, and that is going to help drive that hydration into your cells so that you hydrate better. I also use precision peptides. I use Make Wellness peptides, and this hydrated actually, when I add this to the water, it's like drinking 7 glasses of water just in 1 glass of water. So you have to get not just the hydration into the body, and we're talking about water, not just the water into the body, you got to get it into the cells, and you need electrolytes in order to push that hydration into the cell. Okay, so hydrate before caffeinate. Protein at breakfast, hydrate before caffeinate. And then if you are someone who drinks, and what I'm going to recommend that you do, maybe you're someone who doesn't normally drink a whole lot, or maybe you're someone who drinks regularly. I'm going to give you a little tip, is that if you know that you're going to drink, and a lot of people have a plan to drink this week, holiday weekend. I'm not shaming you about that. We do know that alcohol is a gut toxin. We know that your gut is responsible for your health. That's the foundation of your health. If you have any questions about that, feel free to leave me a message. I am happy to share that. That's how I have been able to get such great results for all of my clients, whether they're one-on-one clients, whether they're my clients that are in programs, is because we start in the gut. And first thing we do in the gut is we start eliminating some of those toxins. Alcohol is a gut toxin. Okay, so, but if you know that you're gonna be drinking, I have a liposomal glutathione, because glutathione is sort of your master detox enzyme, and you need to kind of boost your detoxing ability when you're adding extra toxins to your body, right? So alcohol's a toxin. We know that we're going to drink. So why don't we give our body a little extra oomph to take care of that? So I always recommend that you do glutathione before, if you know that you're going to drink, and after. But if you kind of had some drinks and you weren't expecting to, then certainly making sure that you add a little bit of liposomal glutathione after you drink is important. And I just want to say that there are some things that you want to take in a liposomal preparation. Glutathione is one of those, because the stomach acid will destroy that enzyme. So just taking it, is not going to give you the results that you want. Plus, what we want to do as often as we can, whenever we have the opportunity to take something that we can put sublingually, we want to do that, because what that does, when you take something orally and it goes in your stomach and then it goes into your small bowel, you have to rely on gastric acid, and then you have to rely on your gut integrity to be able to absorb that, whatever it is that you're taking. And then it has to go in the bloodstream, and then it goes all around the body, and it goes to the liver first, and the liver is going to try to detox it, because that's what the liver does, right? It tries to put it, first of all, it tries to put it into a more active form, and then it tries to detox it. So you get something called a first pass liver effect. And what that means is that some of it gets wiped out because the liver detoxes it before it ever had a chance to circulate to the rest of the body. So anytime that we can bypass that and get it directly into the bloodstream, that's what we want to do. So I misspoke earlier. Let me clarify that. So when you absorb it, it's going to go to the liver first, and then it's going to go in the bloodstream. So us bypassing the liver, bypassing that detox of the liver, allows more of that, whatever you're taking, to actually get into circulation and get to the cells where it needs to get to. So anytime that you can take a sublingual product, that's what you want to do. The liposomal part of that, I wanted to explain that too. You'll see liposomal for oral things that you want to take orally. You'll see it for skincare sometimes. And liposomal just means that lipo means fat. So it really is like a protective fat bubble around whatever it is that you're taking, so that it actually gets to where it needs to get to intact. That's just a, whether it's skincare, it's going to get down through those rough outer layers to the active layer of the skin so that it's intact and it's able to work. If it's something that you're taking orally, that fat bubble is going to protect it through the gastric acid and the alkaline, environment of the small bowel so that it can actually get to where it needs to get to in order to have its best effect. The other thing that I am going to recommend for this holiday season is that you make sure, so we've got protein first at breakfast. Number 2 is going to be that we hydrate before we caffeinate. And I want you to continue to hydrate throughout the day, especially if you're outside, running around, drinking alcohol. Alcohol is going to dehydrate you, just like caffeine dehydrates you. So be sure that you are drinking water all throughout the day. And if you're that person that's like, I don't want to ruin my buzz. Well, you're not going to ruin your buzz, but you're going to make yourself feel a whole lot better the next day. And then if you're drinking, I want you to have some glutathione that you can take. We talked about liposomal, we talked about sublingual. And the last thing that I want to share with you is that as often as you can throughout the day, swap something healthy for something that's a little less healthy. So instead of chips, why not snack on some fresh vegetables, some crudité. Instead of, that piece of cake, maybe, snack on some fresh fruit. Berries are going to be like your best, your best choice as far as that goes. And most of all, I just want to say have fun, but don't completely derail yourself, because what you're going to find is that Monday morning, when you have to get back on track and you're going back to work and you don't want to feel like trash, making just little tiny changes, and no one's going to notice. No one's going to have to know why you're eating that fruit rather than having some, piece of cake. No one has to know why you're hydrating in between. That's just a commitment to yourself. But certainly I want you to understand all the reasons why behind, so that if someone asks, that we can create a health ripple around us and that we can be a good example for other people. So I love you all. Have a very happy and safe 4th. I want to see everybody back here Monday morning, and enjoy. Happy 4th of July.